Look now at Seattle's waterfront, where you can expect to see more cruise ships over the next 5 months. Today, Holland America Cruises start their Alaska cruise season, and Fox 13's Nikki Torres is live on Pier 91 with more on this for us this morning. Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Taylor and Abby, good morning. Just take a look at this, 936 feet long. That is how long this baby is. And almost 2,000 passengers get to be on this one out of Seattle. They actually just arrived. This one came from Sydney, Australia. They just came from Honolulu, Hawaii, and now they're here in Seattle. We're going to go ahead and bring in Betty Ann with Holland America Cruise Line. You are the Cruise and Travel Director. Welcome to Good Day Seattle. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. We are so excited to see more cruise lines and more ships come to the Seattle area. Tell us more about this one. Obviously, a lot of them, they go to Alaska.
And a lot of them, we are starting our Alaska season, our 7-day run. We're going to be porting in and out of Seattle, and we're going to have about 43 calls here in Seattle. That means about 88,000 Holland America Line guests are going to pass through the port of Seattle.
And we did mention earlier the local revenue that these cruise lines bring in is roughly right around $250,000 every time there's a new voyage. So that's pretty incredible. But also on top of that, if you're going on the ship, not so much the excursions, there are local suppliers that you guys go through. So a lot of the produce that is on the board, it is from Washington. That's awesome.
That is definite. We like using local producers just to help the economies here. We've got Beecher's cheese. We're using fresh salmon. That also brings me to our fresh fish program. So when we go up to Alaska, we're going to have some fresh fish brought onto the ship that our guests can enjoy. So basically, we want to keep it local and sustainable.
And we talked about how there are nearly 2,000 people getting off of this ship, and then we're going to load up 2,000 people on here. For people who have never been on a cruise before, maybe they do see these big boats come into the port of Seattle, but they're not quite sure what happens. What exactly happens on a hotel floating like this in the water?
Well, it is basically a floating city on the water. Everything happens. Once they get in, they'll get a chance to drop their luggage off into their rooms or have their luggage delivered to their rooms as well. They'll get a chance to explore the ship. We've got a lot of great entertainment, world stage. We've got live music, and that's what we're known for. The Rolling Stone Lounge Band. We have Billboard on board. We have a classical duo as well. So there's a lot to do.
And Betty Ann, worth noting as well, while the Westerdam is the first to sail out of Seattle, there's actually another ship that was just here to make Seattle one of the stops for an excursion for the boats, correct?
That is correct. I believe it's our sister ship Koningsdam that stopped here previously. They're going to be sailing out of Vancouver. So you got a chance to see them one time here in Seattle, but most of the time they'll be in Vancouver.
Awesome. Betty Ann, thank you so much. We're going to send it back to you guys in studio. If you ever see one of these floating ships in the port of Seattle, here in the Puget Sound, just know they're almost about 1,000 feet long, and they do hold a couple thousand people. So there's a lot of tourists and a lot of visitors that are going to come to the Emerald City. We're live in the Puget Sound. Nikki Torres, Fox 13 News. Back to you guys in studio.